Okay.
And the thumbnail is I did a decent job with the thumbnail. I don't know if you could see it, but
I can't see it.
ending stream. We're live. All right, that's it. That was a green room chat. It's 9 seconds in. Welcome, Boller Sports Report. Your boy's back. As I've said before, this is if you want a lesson on how to get good at streaming, what you want to do is you want to stream a couple times, then you want to have some technical difficulties, then you want to take a long break. And then you want to come back and do one stream and then don't do another stream for a long ass time and then come back. But I'm back and I'm in the saddle and I got my fucking boy with me, bro, and it's fucking happening. So unless the name's already taken, because given in light the fact that the Debo Tabor Pepper situation had the whole lock in to Jake Moody, I figure we might as well. It's either just going to be Boller and Garcia, on the Boller Sports Report, or it'll be lock in with Boller and Garcia on the Boller Sports Report. Either way, doesn't matter. We're here. We're live.
We made it.
One of my favorite.
It's finally live.
One of my favorite humans in life, Henry Garcia. What's up?
What's going on, Charles? I can't believe we're finally doing this. We are doing it and we are live. So a couple things. I might jump out because I'm like helping with cooking food for the dogs. We cook for the dogs here at home, and I got to do my part. Otherwise, I'm gonna get in trouble with the wifey. So
when you were in the kitchen, it sounded like you were breaking everything in the kitchen. I don't know what was happening over there.
A lot of it was. I'm telling you, these dogs eat gourmet in our crib, man. So I currently have on the stove some broccoli going, some sweet potatoes going, some lentils and brown rice.
I love it.
And so meal prepping for them for the next few days, because that's how Niner fans do it, man. We take care of our furry companions. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's interesting because my cat, I was out of like the wet food. He was like rejecting the ones I had, and I slow played it, and I was like, fuck. Then I'm out of all wet food, just dry food, and I kept meaning to make the order online, and then I lag, and he's like, I want other shit. So then I was cooking chicken. I'm like, boom, I broke him down with some chicken. I was making carne asada. I broke him down with some carne asada, and he ate it and fucked it up. And then I found this brand shout out. If you're gonna buy some, Applause. It's minimal ingredients, 3 ingredients, like chicken, rice, broth. Like there's no bullshit. If you look at the stuff, if you have a cat, you go to the store, if you feed him Friskies, turn it around and look at the ingredients. Because that ain't good for you. There's like 50 ingredients in it. So anyway, we're both kind of doing a similar thing. I was like wondering, don't people just make their own like cat or dog food? And you do. And I was. But anyway, the delivery came yesterday. My cat's already fucked up 4 cans. So he's back. We're back. First topic, takeaways from the Bucs game. Take it away. Besides Debo getting in Jake Moody's face, takeaway.
Yeah, we're not going to go into that. I think the media has already kind of like overly hyped that up, and I think Shanahan best described it as the right way. It's just guys trying to hold each other accountable. Except like we got to see what it actually looks like in the locker rooms, what it looks like during training. Like that stuff happens all the time. I'm sure they're all good with each other now, and it's just Debo wanting his guys to make the play. So anyway, takeaway from the Bucs game, from what I saw, man, a couple things stood out, right? And it's our coaches' inability to like take our special teams serious is gonna really hurt us in the future. 1, 2, our defense isn't that scary anymore. And it's weird because they like numbers wise, they actually did a great job holding Baker to like 100 and like less than 200 yards, basically, right? Like it was like 150 or 160 yards, like something ridiculous. The thing though is when it matters most, and it's this whole season, when it mattered most in the fourth quarter, they kind of bend more than they used to, right? They don't necessarily break, but they bend a lot more than they used to. And then you add that the special teams is going to give up a big play or mess something up, and then you add Yeah, and then you add things like that, and then it's like a recipe for disaster. So that's another thing. Timeout, like I said, you take it away really quick.
Okay, I'm taking it away. My takeaways, yeah, special teams. Special teams are always gonna fucking bite us in the ass all the time. I have my little notes that I'd be doing.
Come to get this
But yeah, oh yeah, great run blocking by Pooney on that Debo first down and around. That was amazing. Pooney being dude. I was just saying, like, when some of my things I write notes and shit for the games. Seeing Pooney, our rookie, fucking handle and like be blocking all the way downfield on that big Debo first down, the end around to the left, up the left side. Pearsall had me. I watched that play 6 times. Pearsall's 46-yard tud.
Oh, I loved it.
Oh, I loved it. The crossing route, and then he was like, and then he did the little headsy, and he gets in the
But
end
the timing, like the way I was watching that play as well, and before he even like cut left to break in to the middle of the field, that ball was already out of Brock's hand. So like the timing and the kind of chemistry that those two dudes have right now, right, with Brock and Pearsall, I feel like Brock already has really good timing with the ball, but I feel like his chemistry with Pearsall is only going to get better, and he's going to get more confident with wanting to like put that in tight windows, because Brock's that kind of quarterback already where he's willing. He has that like little Brett Favre-esque kind of mindset where he's willing to like put it all on the line and thread the needle. And more times than not, I say like percentage-wise, probably 80% of the time it goes his way, right? Like it's impressive. So I love that. I love that about Pearsall. He ran that route really good. He I think he only dropped or missed one ball, right?
One ball.
One. Yeah, that's really good.
Really good. Speaking of the perfect transition, did you watch the QB School? JT O'Sullivan's breakdown of the Bucks Purdy game?
I haven't. I do. I like him.
He's great.
Yeah, I love him.
He's great. He wasn't a great quarterback because I remember back in the day, like dark days of the Niners, JT O'Sullivan. He was breaking that down. So the next play after that, or no, the next note in that first quarter, after Tampa punts, huge first down double catch by Kittle.
Yeah,
the double bop, bop, and he gets it. And then, so JT's breaking it down, and he's showing like, so basically, this is stuff. Of course, Kyle Shanahan knows everything, and like, who the fuck am I to say anything? But he was questioning, and which I've heard like Kurt Warner talk about, but attacking when you're hot, you want to have your answer like beyond, like you want to be looking, have that be, you want to attack pressure.
Right.
So where the hot route's coming from, you want to have that in front of you, so there's space right behind, right?
Right.
And that's where you want that hot route to be designed for where the pressure is. So that's why you want to shift. He's talking about how having Kyle give Purdy the autonomy to be able to shift the line,
right,
to where he's going to be hot. And Kyle doesn't want it. It's like it's just like there's 2 plays, all the answers are there. You do the first one, you can do the second one. There's answers. I did the homework for you. There's all the answers. So he was saying that on that play, he's hot on his right, and he has to drift to his left to like make that pass to fucking Kittle. And it's just like you're making it so difficult. This is like elite, like super hard. Like to expect somebody to do this time after time after time when you could have just made the hot route be right on the other side of the play. Like if it was just if the play design was different.
Yeah. That's
going across the field, because it could be potentially like hospital balls.
Like this is out.
Like
this is outside.
Completely outstretched. Those could be hospital balls, like Jimmy used to do.
Yeah, but that's why our coach is a genius, and he's also kind of handicapping his team, and that's why we've fell short in 2 Super Bowls, right? Like, because he's too smart for his own good, and
Don't question Kyle.
What I love is that even with the answers that Coach Shanahan has for the offense in the plays, we have a quarterback who can go off script. And I mean, we've seen them extend like that touchdown to Kittle in the corner. That wasn't designed.
I love when you see a quarterback, that whole shit where they're so in control of the offense, they point where they want the guys to go, and it's
right. Oh no, that's great. Like we haven't when was the last time we saw that? Like,
go there, I got you, and then do
yeah,
it.
like yeah, we haven't seen that since like Jeff Garcia.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So like that's what I love about Brock Purdy is that yes, the offense and yes, the coach and all the players he has around him are making him stronger, but he's the real deal. I mean, like he's managed to keep this offense a top 5 offense.
Yeah,
passing without Ayuk half of the season, without CMC, with a banged up Debo. Like he had to play the Chiefs with his with the 3rd, 4th, and 5th stringers. You know what I mean? And yeah, that was an ugly game. That was a real ugly game. But like you put anyone else, CJ Stroud recently not playing well without his top options. Anyone's gonna struggle. So, but back to the takeaways from the Bucs game. Another thing that really came up is how much our linebackers, both Floyd and Bosa, are just looking
linebackers, even edge
linebackers. I mean, defensive ends. They're burned out, and I'm looking forward.
Leonard Floyd look skinny? You know what? Let's just move on to that then. Let's just go to our next topic. So that's
okay. Be right back.
Okay, love you. Be right back. I'm gonna leave you on the screen. Let's just fuck around and see what happens. No, I'm gonna leave it up there. This is fun. We'll see when Henry gets back. All right. Speaking of, well, we're gonna talk about it. You can see the damn ticker, but goddamn, Leonard Floyd looks skinny as shit. I was like, damn. Yeah, it's rough. But we got Yatir Gross, YGM, Matos, Evan Anderson's a dog. That thing when he just beat the center and just was in the backfield, like, nope, walked him, Bucky Irving all the way back. Like, no, I think it was Bucky Irving. Or was it Rashad White? I don't know. And who else is performing? And I like Sam O. I can't say his last name right now, but Sam O is coming on. Let's see what this weekend looks like. Ooh, I wonder if it's going to rain. So is Henry coming back?
I feel like this is going to be like one of the most epic kind of streams that we're going to look back and just like laugh our ass off. Like, yo, Henry was like cooking food for his dogs.
Bro, I'm getting used to the shit. There's so much shit to do here in the StreamYard. Like go and just click and just go back on the single, and I could have showed some. When I get better at this, I'll actually be able to show you shit and like be better when people like fucking Henry leave. keep it going. But I was just saying, he's burnt out, but YGM.
Yeah,
that's easy to say. He's coming back. I've heard good things. Let's see it. It would be, and then I was just saying, Evan Anderson's a dog. Great undrafted rookie free agent. Fuck yeah. And then Sam O out of nowhere. Sam O's a dog too.
Anderson's a defensive lineman.
He's a defensive tackle. He's like basically replacing our replacement for DJ Jones.
Yes.
Big, stout, strong, quick.
No, for sure. And he came through hella clutch and breaking through and making that tackle to cause them to just to cause the Bucs to just do a field goal there to kind of help us.
Hey, speaking of, you just helped me because I didn't do it on the takeaways because we got to keep it moving. But fucking, it was making me laugh because you know how the Niners got their little like in season like mini doc like brick by brick.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So then when Moody missed the third one, I was thinking of a stream title was brick by brick by brick. Because it's also like a combination of remember Meet the Parents back in the day? Ben
Yeah,
Stiller
yeah.
when he says the prayer and he ends the prayer with day by day by day. So I'm fusing both things together. All right, cool. I can put my game notes away because we don't need to go back to the game because we got Seattle coming up. So yeah, Bose is like, so apparently I didn't write them all down, but I remember hearing like his first year, he's like usage rate like 71%.
Yeah, it's like
Second year,
mid 70s, basically. Yeah,
yeah, it was always in the young 70s to mid 70s anyway, like an age. And then this year, by far his farthest usage rate, 86, but he's just gas. He's burnt out. I feel you. Let's keep it moving. Next topic. Running back rotation, CMC's usage. Fucking Kyle. Two things. Can you play the freaking rookies more? Please play your rookies so they get game test battle. Don't redshirt everybody. Get the guys that are guys in the draft and fucking put them in there and play them. Let them get some run. We're going to need them. It's a long season. CMC's got a lot of tread on the tires. Mason's been killing it. I know he's coming back from the AC joint. And you got Garendo now.
that's honestly, that's what I want. That's
go, mix them all in. Carries. I want to see.
That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see this this game. I want to see Garendo at least get like 6-7 touches. Yes. Man. Seriously. If anyone
like 10 and 6 or 7.
What's Mason's situation though? Is he fully good with, because if he's not, then let's lean on Garendo a little more.
And we got Patrick Taylor.
And why don't we with the line, I don't know if you heard, but the we may not even have Trent Williams.
Oh yeah, I wrote that down in the last second note. Yeah, he might be out.
So
I think Jalen Moore might start for him, left tackle.
Right, but that's not. I mean, that's not even a good replacement.
Hey, but what about whatever happened to Spencer Burford? Because he played left tackle in college and right tackle, I believe, at UTEP.
Yeah, man, but
big body dude. I remember seeing him as a rookie. He's getting interviewed and he's in his hotel room pack. He's like, "Yeah, barbecue or mildew."
But they're probably gonna put Feliciano ahead before him.
Yep, okay,
that's good. He's ready to return as well.
That's an issue. I think it's center. Center's an issue. Randall's not really getting pushed, and they keep running CMC just through the fucking up the middle and getting them killed.
With Ayuk not in the picture, we need to utilize CMC more as a receiver, and just line him up as a wide receiver. Let's get Garendo back in the backfield and just get some weird looks up there because then that really stresses the defense out, right? If you're gonna see CMC lining up in the slot or whatever, they're like, oh, okay, and that spreads it out, that opens up maybe some running lanes there for Garendo to just hit, because that guy doesn't even need, he's not, from what we've all seen, he's not the best, he doesn't know how to read the lanes and hit them as fast. But if he's able to just bust through the first line of defense, then that's an easy 15 yards at least, at minimum. That's 15. That
guy gets going quick. He's just
and
I love it. He seems like he's got such a good attitude too. Remember in the one other game, I think it was in Seattle, he slid, but he got tripped or both. And then in the other game, I can't remember which one, but to seal the game, he ran off to the left and clearly slid in bounds on purpose and gets up just smiling. He just seems like a winner, a guy who's all about team, wants to win. And Juwan Jennings too wants to win team. But as far as bringing up different formations and using the guys differently, I heard shout out Larry Kruger. Love him. Krug Show.
Of course.
Bigo.
OG.
Anyway, he was my favorite dude on KMBR because he would always nerd out on the Niners, and I would always go I want to hear about the Niners, and somebody else would be trying to talk about the Giants or something. I'm I don't give a shit about any other thing but the Niners. Anyway, who cares? But he was bringing up using different formations with the running backs, putting out, like you were saying, putting CMC out wide, and having Garendo in the backfield, using multiple running back sets, 22 personnel, You know what I'm saying? Grouping those dudes together so that way you don't know what the fuck's gonna. Imagine having in the backfield. Imagine having Garendo using all three of them: Mason, Garendo, CMC, like kind of out in the slot, and then you got Garendo and Mason in the backfield.
Yeah,
and then you have Cowing, mixing Cowing and Pearsall. It's like, where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do? You just need speed. And using you know what? Another thing I like seeing is Pearsall being used in like cheat motion. Like
and that's just like good, and that's just good for like for Brock too if he's gonna pass the ball, because we need to get the ball out of his hand fast. Like that's like when it comes to man coverage, that's like that's like his Achilles heel right now. You know, like he does well, but like why put him in such stress? You know what I mean? Like, and more times than not, in his times where he's come up short, in the games where he hasn't looked great, in Ravens last year, Chiefs, Super Bowl,
never watched that whole game. I still never watched that Christmas game because I was at a family and they were already losing bad, and I found out they lost. I didn't even want to watch it. I never finished that game.
I watched the whole thing.
Well, I would have if I wasn't at a family house. Okay, so what was I gonna say? Should we move on to let's move on to our next topic. Boom. Rookie class is shining, bro. I wasn't sure what to expect, and like with rookie, like I've been watching a lot of college and writing names down, and there's guys I was looking for like in that range of like who's still available. I've got like Xavier Legette was still there. And then when we drafted Pearson, I'm like, are we going to regret that? But then watching it after, like Legette seems like he doesn't have like he's not super twitchy. He seems like he has long speed, but he's not like a you know, certain guys are they're fast, but they don't have that like, oh, you're timing out. So I'm talking myself. How about that? All alone again. Should I get rid of let's test this out. Don't be scared, Trout. So if I do this, okay. And then let's test it. There we go. Didn't fuck it up. Didn't end the stream. Can you help with this? So to me, rookies that are linked in my mind are going to be Pearsall and Legette. And also maybe where was Cooper DeJean drafted? Cooper DeJean was drafted before. Okay, he's coming back. Hold on, I'll get you. Look at me learning how to do it.
Wow.
Riding the bike. Hey, no, I was just saying there's rookies that to me are going to be linked together forever. Legette was on the board when we drafted Pearsall. And for you bringing up Ladd McConkey was on the board, right?
Yeah. We talked about that when we were on the phone.
So there's two, those rookies are linked. And then side topic, nobody that we even had the opportunity to get. But I keep thinking like, yeah, we got Purdy, but always be thinking about a quarterback because you never know. And Jaden Daniels, I remember 2 years ago, I was on Jaden Daniels. Not that Arizona State, there's really no reason to watch Arizona State play. But I remember it was 2 years ago, LSU, Alabama in LSU. And I watched Jaden Daniels bring out LSU back with his feet and his arm. Looked amazing to beat Alabama. Crazy game. Like, it was amazing. And I was like, dude, this guy's great. And I looked on this little thing. It's like draft, where they rate like draftable, like players by position. They had him ranked 2 years ago, 26th. And of course, last year he comes back to LSU and then balls out and obviously wins a Heisman, right?
Right.
So to me, seeing Jaden, it's almost hard to watch Jaden Daniels play because I had like such a love for him. And now I'm almost thinking a wild conspiracy theory. I was going to put this as reckless conspiracy, like thought wild, like, but what if there's a scenario where the Patriots end up with the number 1 pick and they just drafted Drake May and Joe Milton, who I liked from Tennessee, big arm. What if we traded up and we get the number 1 pick and we take Cam Ward or like Shedeur Sanders?
Oh man, that's.
Are you really going to get $60 million, bro?
First of all, Shedeur Sanders is only going to the Cowboys after his dad becomes the head coach during the.
Okay, so then he's out. So fine. What about Cam Ward though? Cam Ward looks sick, bro. Miami looks. I've been watching college and Cam Ward, it looks legit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, think about it. We don't have to talk about it. So anyway,
you see, I can't speak on that because I haven't watched any highlights.
We have to go through this year first. So I got to enjoy this year, but I'm just saying, I'm always thinking we got to be.
Here's the thing, dude. Is you're talking about getting rid of Purdy and
playoffs?
No, you're being extremely
No, I don't
reckless
want to
right
get
now.
rid of Purdy. I'm just thinking it's a bit like 60 million seems crazy. But
I
you
don't
know
think
what though?
I don't think
You
he's
know what
gonna
though?
do it.
How did
I
the
don't think
Chiefs do it though? How the Chiefs gave Mahomes the bag and traded Tyreek and then won 2 more Super Bowls after it. So it's just like there's ways to do it. I just
but
think, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about nothing because guess what? I'll tell you,
yeah,
college is stacked.
let's get back
There's
here.
guys.
Let's
Keep
get
going.
back to the here and now.
Rookie. Go, go, go.
This is the problem.
Mustafa.
This is the
Mustafa.
problem. I've talked to you, like, guys. By the way, just so you get to know Charles Boller, this guy, he's too far ahead that he forgets that the present is right here. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And so you can come back to us, dude.
I'm
Stop
here.
talking about some ridiculous thing.
Hey, let's talk about Renardo Green being like the 3rd highest ranked and PFF cornerback in the league as a rookie.
Let's talk.
Renardo Green in college was playing against and locking up Malik Neighbors. He played at Florida State, SEC. Like he's a
Yeah.
guy.
No, he's. I mean, he's getting. That's why he's getting all the recognition and all the flowers from the media right now. He's getting. I mean, his PFF grades are coming up, and they're like just blowing everyone out of the water. He's so good. He's making everyone in the secondary good. He's the reason why Charvarius Ward, you know, condolences obviously to him and his family. His daughter passing is a very, very tragic situation.
Couldn't imagine,
But
bro.
he can take all the time he needs, and this defense secondary is going to be just fine. You know what I mean? Not like we would be like, what the hell? He needs to hurry up and come back. No, like we would all want him. Any sane person, any person with a heart, any person who's has a family that they love is going to want someone to grieve as much as necessary for the loss of their child. But exactly.
Yeah.
My daughter in the background. That's my kid Scarlett in the background.
Dude, she's a boss. Her holding down karaoke night. All right. With the clipboard.
You saw that. You saw that.
I was like, all right.
But so like that's what I'm saying though. Like Charvarius is in a situation where he needs to be away with his family, understandable, and we as fans are in a fortunate situation where hey, he's doing that, and we get to have a rookie step up and kind of just like, all right, big dog, let me take the torch right now. You do you handle your business with your family. I'm gonna step up, and he's the reason why Malik Mustafa's coming up with interceptions. He's the reason why people don't want to look at either him or Lenore. Which congratulations to him, he got paid, he got generational money, changing his family's life forever. Good for him.
Love Demo from LA too.
I know. LA to the Bay.
LA to the Bay, like Grouch and
Grouch and Eli.
Back to LA. Back whatever the fuck. Yeah. Hey, bro. So low key, we're gonna have like maybe the best secondary, and I don't say we have it yet because the Detroit Lions. Do you know that their safeties are ranked number 1 and number 2? They have the number 1 and 2 ranked safeties. So it's like we're not Detroit, but hold on. Low key, Demo, Renardo Green, Malik Mustafa, Jair Brown. And 2 of them, 2-year. Obviously, we just re-signed Demo. We got him. Jair's a second-year player. Got a pick in the Super Bowl.
So he's
2 rookies balling. We could be set up to have the secondary unit is going to be our best unit, and then we get Greenlaw back. Hopefully, that could be a big boon. And then who else? Dominic Pooney, right guard, killing it. Amazing,
killing it. Garendo, we just finished talking about Garendo. He's killing it. Pearsall, we just talked about him and how he's showing up and he's growing right in front of our eyes. He's killing it. Cowing is not being utilized as much as a wide receiver. They got to get him out of the situation with special teams.
And Purdy did miss him on a wide open thing a couple games ago. I remember.
Yeah, and not only that, and then Purdy also underthrew that beautiful pass that he caught. That could have been a touchdown. That would have been straight to the house had it been, but that's fine. Like what we're saying is there's nothing but potential right now.
Oh, Cowing. Yeah, we're gonna move to our next topic, but Cowing is sick as shit. Because I watched the draft and all the stuff. And
Next.
We're about to. This is it. I was just saying, I watched like the draft and everything, and like when they were going and counting at the combine, and they went over his stats, and I wrote them all down. Let's go to wide receiver. This is I'd be taking notes. That's the thing is that you say practice how you play. I was practicing but not playing. Yeah. But now I'm playing. So real quick, wide receiver. What did I have for Cowing? Where's Cowing? We about to go next.
You like that? I just wanted to do that for funsies.
No, I think that is fun. That was fun. Jacob Cowing, where are you, my dude? Which page? Jacob Cowing.
That's our dog. You hear our dogs like barking it up because they hear their food being made. That's how much they're excited about homemade breakfast, lunch, and dinner at this crib.
I love it. So Ricky Pearsall ran a 4.41, 23 had 65 receptions and 965 yards last year. And then for some reason, I don't know why, real quick, if I don't see him in 1 second, I'm gonna fucking dip. Cowing. Where did I handwrite him in? Oh, this is bad TV right here. Yeah, I don't know. Why the fuck? Maybe I didn't. You know what? I'm not gonna waste the time, but what I will say is when I watched like his highlights, I loved it. And I went back and rewatched whatever bowl game he was in, and the whole thing. And like Cowing's a baller. Like, so we're gonna be good with Cowing. I know Larry Krueger says stuff like he can't stay on his feet and like he doesn't like him on special teams that much, and blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, okay. Luter literally got blocked into him. That's the whole reason that thing happened. That wasn't Cowing's fault. And Cowing had a nice return in that Bucks game. Yeah, he fell forward a little bit, but he had a nice.
He had a nice stumbling forward return.
Cool. I'd rather have that than Trent Taylor can catch everything.
Not only that, he's also had like balls where he nearly fumbled them as well in special team. It wasn't just that one fumble; it was other ones where he nearly fumbled. He was like just juggling the ball. It's just
next.
Since yes, next, and let's get like someone else back there. Like I hear guys talking about getting Trent Taylor back there, better hands. If we're already paying him money, let's get him in there. Like,
you know what Krueger said? He said, just forget it. Don't even return him. Just rush. Just go for a block punt. All right, so let's red zone issues. So I saw a stat. The red zone inside the one. Let's see, what was it? This is from Grant Cohn brought this up. But this stat, 49ers on first down inside the 10-yard line, 19 runs, three passes. So they always know they're going to run. They run 86% of the time in the average of 1.2 yards a carry in the red zone. That's not good.
That's all I got to. That this blank face is exactly my response to that. It's just like, wow.
Can we get Kittle involved? Can we get Garendo involved? Some motion, like a lot of movement, and go
definitely.
Kittle.
And exactly, like who was saying? I think it was Damon who I heard saying something about like using Kittle more like the Chiefs use Kelsey in the red zone. Like such a big body, sure hands. Like he's never being targeted in the red zone. I think though that things are turning around now that we have CMC back. We didn't see a lot of red zone per se the last game, and we did score. We did get that nice touchdown to Kittle. That was a red zone play. But I think with Kittle there now, I think we're gonna. He was the one who scored the most red zone touchdowns for us last year. So with him in there now, I think that's why we should preserve him and not use him as much down the field so that he can have that burst when we're in the red zone. If we're trying to preserve him to not like re-injure not one Achilles but two, because both of them are a liability, you know?
Yeah. All right, hey, let's just breeze through these because I want to do the show with you because I know you got to dip. Henry's got to go soon. So let's just get this next one. This should be short. Seattle preview. I don't have much. It's not like I did a whole bunch of research and just going off eyeballs and what I've seen from. I just don't believe in Seattle, and I think we should as long as we don't have a crazy special teams collapse, we should.
Yeah, I don't think we should be losing this game against Seattle.
But we're not going to win by a lot. We'll probably win by 7 or 10 points.
Yeah, because it's that's exactly what I was about to lean into. It's a divisional game, right? So we cannot lose this game, period, because we've already lost 2 divisional games that should have been easily won. So I think that they have to show up ready to just step on the throat, full foot to the gas right from the beginning. Like everyone's got like special teams has to show up serious, not messing anything up. Any red zone opportunities need to come away with a touchdown. Defense locked in, which the only thing I do want to say, and I'll just leave it at that, is with the defense, they gotta like completely like take the soul away from the offensive line, especially after the center of Seattle just recently just decided to retire. Like,
oh yeah, that's not a good look.
4 days before a game, like in the middle of the season, for whatever reason, it's undisclosed. We don't know what's happening there, but still, like we need to take advantage of all of that and walk away with a W.
And last thing I'll say is, Kyle, don't settle for field goals. Just go for it. If it's 4th and 2 at the 30, just go for it. 4th and 4, go. It's the end. Go. Get points.
Just go.
Don't settle for field goals. All right, so let's next topic real quick. How do the 49ers need to finish out the season? Let me see. I got the schedule up now. They play the Seahawks, then at Packers, at Bills, at or home versus the Bears, home versus the Rams, at the Dolphins, home versus the Lions, at the Cardinals. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games, counting Sunday tomorrow. So I'm thinking we need to go probably 6 and 2, and at worst, 6 and 2 or 5 and 3. Anything less than 5 and 3.
6 and 2.
We gotta go 6 and 2.
We gotta go
to get the first round bye. Any hope? 6 and 2.
6 and 2. We gotta get one of the games. Definitely, we can't lose both games between the Packers and the Bills. We gotta walk away with one of those games.
Yep. So let's say W for Seahawks. That's 1. Then we play at the Pack. Then at the Pack. So between those next 2 games after that, the Pack and the Bills, we split. So that's 2 and 1. Then we go to the Bears, beat the Bears, 3 and 1.
We got to beat the Bears. That's 3 and 1. Rams is a winnable game.
4 and 1.
Dolphins is a winnable game.
Yeah, it is 5 and 1.
Although because it's a morning game, that's always kind of scary.
And they could be locked in by then.
Yeah, and they can be locked in by then. So
we could be. Well, let's say if we're 5 and 1, and then the Lions.
I'm gonna say they lose that one.
So okay, so we're 4 and 2 going into the Lions at home.
I'm gonna say they lose that one too.
So 4 and 3, and then we have to beat the Cardinals for the tiebreaker, and we go 5. We go 5 and 3.
Yeah, but that's just 5 and 3 would put us, and we already have 5. So that's 10 and 7.
So we end up 10 and 7, and that would be the tiebreaker with the Cardinals if we beat the Cardinals beat us once.
Assuming that the Cardinals are in the division losing games as well, because we need them to lose. We need the Rams to beat them, and we need Seattle to beat them.
We need some help
too, because otherwise they have the tiebreaker on that. They haven't lost a divisional game.
Oh, okay. Yep.
They haven't lost a divisional game. We're 1 and 2. They're 2 and 0, so they still have to play. They have to play the Seahawks twice. So hopefully we beat the brakes out of the Seahawks, and that pisses them off to like go, because I think they have this Arizona the following week.
So we need some help.
Yeah, we need some help in the division. Like we just gotta handle the division. We gotta just win out on the division, and then we need Rams and Seahawks to do their job against the Cardinals. And that's the only way we'll win the division. If not, 10-7 might be good to sneak in as a 7th seed. Maybe. You know?
Okay. Well, I like it. So I think we end up 10-7, and the other top NFC teams shit the bed. There is
I will say this though, out of the split with Green Bay and Buffalo, we
should win Green Bay, beat Green Bay.
And the Niners organization
Green Bay.
needs to make sure to beat Green Bay.
There we go.
We can wet the bed in Buffalo, but we cannot lose another conference game. We're like 3-3 in the conference. Like,
okay, all right, I like it. We're going 10-7. All right, so next, real quick, coaches on the hot seat power rankings. So all right, so I got number 1 on the hot seat. But I think when I wrote it, the more Eberflus stuff in Chicago hadn't happened. But I wrote down Mike McCarthy, number 1. He's gone. Brian Daboll, Giants, gone. Matt Eberflus, 3rd, gone. Doug Peterson, Kevin Stefanski, 6. I just wrote Carolina. Why is there an echo? What's going on? We were all fine. What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
What did you do, Henry?
Dude, what are you talking about?
What did you do, bro?
This is your programming. What did you do?
It's gone now. It's gone. Hold on. I just 6. I don't know. I was like, I don't even know who's fucking coaching Carolina. I just know they're bad. Like it's that dude who used to Canales.
The entire coaching staff, bro. The entire
he's a rookie coach, so it's his first year, but he gone. Antonio Pierce, like I know, like interim, they're gonna say like he's not just first year because he coached some last year, and then this is his first year. He gone. He might be gone. Zach Taylor, when the Bengals were floundering, I was like, is he gone? At 8, and then 9, Mike McDaniel. If the Dolphins just completely just tank. In the number 10, I had another rookie coach, Gerard Mayo. Like if the Patriots were terrible, but it seems like the Patriots are coming around a little bit. Drake May's balling, and I guess the defense is getting better, but they're not going to fire a first-year head coach. But that's why he's 10. Just put him in there. Any thoughts? No. Hot seat?
No, I mean, yes, all of those guys have not done their job, and they're probably going to be gone by next year. Like I'm definitely the top. I will say the top 3, the first 3 you mentioned.
That's happening. I guess 9 coaches got fired last year. All right, moving on. Last topic, and then we're out of here. So just around the league, and one thing I didn't add on here, but I asked you on the phone, but are the Eagles maybe more importantly, the Commanders paper tigers? Because they play in a weak division. Dallas and Giants are 2 of the worst teams in football, and they play them twice each. And the Commanders beat the Bears in a Hail Mary.
I think
after that Thursday game,
I think that if you really look at the Washington Commanders schedule, like they've beaten up. They're 7-4, and those wins have come against the Giants. They beat a banged up Bengals team in week 3. They beat the Cardinals. They beat the Browns. They beat the Panthers. They beat the Bears. And they beat the Giants. And they beat the Steelers on a Hail Mary. You know, I don't know. I don't know what they are. You know, they beat some teams that are good. They beat the Cardinals. The Cardinals beat us. And they beat the brakes out of the Cardinals. They put 42 points on them.
Are we talking about Commanders right now?
Commanders, yeah. I don't know. I don't think they're paper tigers, man. I think that those 2 teams are solid. I think that those 2 teams are solid, but I think that if the Niners are who they believe they are in that locker room, and if the second half Niners comes out roaring like they have the past 3 years, then that they can go toe to toe with any of these teams. I will say I think that Eagles defense is real.
Yep.
That defense looked really good this Thursday, and I hate
Yep.
saying that. They looked really good, and then Barkley is shifted the whole way we see the Eagles and the way they operate now. Barkley's just has made them a legitimate contender. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I wouldn't say they're paper tigers. I think that those two teams bring something to the table, and those two teams at their highest potential, I can see them playing either the Lions or us or I don't even want to say us because we don't deserve to be in that conversation.
Not yet.
But the Lions or Green Bay in the NFC Championship game.
Okay, I'll say this: if we get right, I could see us. I'm not afraid of any of the NFC teams.
Absolutely. Like if we, like I said, like if we can get out of this next 4-game stretch 3-1 or even 4, if we get out of this stretch, next 4 games 4-0, you know what's going to happen. And that's the whole NFL is going to be shaking.
They're going to be like, what the fuck?
And they're going to be like, oh,
Seattle, whatever. But then they beat the Packers. Then they beat the Bills. And then who's after the Bills for us again?
And then the Bears.
And then the Bears are trapped. Yeah, dude. I think we could go on a run. Hey, shout out to Washington, Adam Peters, and them.
It's got to start. It's got to start tomorrow.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's got to start tomorrow. We got to smash on them. And
dude, at home versus Seattle.
We got to.
Can I say one thing real quick and then we'll move on? It was so justice. It was amazing to see because of what happened to us when we lost on Thanksgiving to Seattle and Richard Sherman and all of them were eating turkey legs on our field at midfield to go and beat last year, I believe, Thanksgiving, and to eat the turkey leg on their field. Just like that couldn't have been.
That was so good.
That was so good. That was so awesome.
Good. Yo, I gotta go, man.
You gotta go.
Goodbye.
No, don't do me. So those last two how much you love Harbaugh? Harbaugh in his interviews is great.
He is great.
That love of the love of the
so
high.
I love, and I already talked to you, man, because you know I living in Los Angeles as a Niner fan, always going to be a Niner fan, but I'm LA. I love LA. Everything else.
Go Dodgers.
Don't crucify me, San Francisco fan base, but I've become a big Chargers fan, even before they brought in Harbaugh. Once it was announced that the Chargers was coming to town, I was like, well, I guess I can't root for the Rams ever, so I guess I'm going to take my kid to Charger games, and I've taken her to some games. It's great to go to SoFi and root for an LA team, and now it's almost like the universe just blessed me as a Niner fan because it brought Harbaugh. It brought
Navarro Bowman's linebacker.
Navarro Bowman.
See, that's the thing is like that's what it was going to take for me to actually give a shit. I remember I told you last year I was like I try to care. I can't care about the Chargers. You had a different game.
I was just at a game.
You had a different. No, can I? What? You were just at a game and what?
It was so much fun to root for a Harbaugh-led team again.
After seeing Harbaugh's interviews this last week, and he was on Pat McAfee's show, and like. I love if you haven't watched his interview with Pat Mac, it's hilarious. You'll love it. And this is what it would have to take. It would have to take all these things for me to actually care about another football team a little bit in their AFC. So I could maybe have an AFC team.
Easy.
Maybe. But it's different. No, it's easy now. It's easier now. It was easier. Yeah. You know, it was easier for you because Henry used to work at the NFL. You used to work there.
Yeah, but I was already vibing.
I know you were, but then on top of it, tell them you used to work at the NFL headquarters or whatever and run all the food and stuff. You'd see Strahan walking by. Remember got tickets and hooked up, so it was a little different for you. That was like, and And then when Harbaugh comes, you're like, oh, cherry on top.
Cherry on top. All right, man. I gotta go.
Hey, bro. Hey, so this was good.
This was great.
This is good. We're gonna end the stream now. Let me just do one test because I gotta see if this comes through in the audio because I got my smart pad on my. Let's see. It's the Boller Sports Report. I mean, who else would it be? Dreamatic. We're done.
Goodbye.
I know what this last one. Hold on. Subscribe, like, share, or don't. No pressure. It's on you. Oh shit! One more again. Subscribe, like, share, or don't. No pressure. It's on you. It's on you. All right, love y'all. And this hoe.